That's it, 3,000 miles in the Mustang Mach 1. What a 3,000 miles it's been. I want to tell you all about it, let you know the highs and the lows, the things that have been great and the things that have been not so great. To be honest, the list of great is a lot longer. It's a beautiful evening, we've got a lovely drive ahead, and yeah, today and in the days leading up to this and in the days that follow, I will pick my moments and tell you a little bit more about what the car has been like over this period and give you some insight into what it's been like to own, the things that I found, the kind of idiosyncrasies that kind of weird stuff about the car and the great stuff about the car, the things about the car that just make you want more and more and more of it, and the things about the car that you think, nah, really, Ford, why did you do that? So not the most exciting 3,000 miles. It would have been fun to be moving a little quicker through the gears or in a lovely twisty road, but we're losing the sun. It's a beautiful evening, and I guess it just is what it is. What can I tell you about driving this car at night? Well, the dials are great. This big, wide, lovely display in front of me, which is customizable in a range of ways. The color customization is fantastic. I just could play around with that forever. The display can be dimmed. I didn't discover that for about a month, but over by the lighting switch over here on the right hand side, there is a little button which I had assumed was one of those buttons that moves the direction of the lights up and down, so if you're towing you don't blind people at night. And I'm really pleased I found that switch after a month or so of having the car. Something about the fighter jet grey colour that just looks superb. And at night time it takes on a whole new character with this lovely milky exterior that just kind of reflects and captures light, and it's just a really, really nice colour. There's just something about this Tremec matched with the Coyote engine that just hits a sweet spot. I've driven a lot of manual cars over the years. The E-Type is a manual box in that V12, factory spec, standard 4-speed. It's a completely different feeling car to this. If you've ever driven an auto V12 E-Type and thought, oh, these are no fun, these are slow, these are grand tourers, you've got to get in a manual. It completely changes the car. I know watching Harry's garage and his XJC that he runs that had a conversion to a manual box, just the difference between that kind of a vehicle in a manual compared to the auto boxes that were fitted to those cars, to the E-Types, it makes such a world of difference. Can I go faster in a straight line in the auto 10-speed? Yes, I can. Do I care? No, I don't. This is so much more fun. This is so much more engaging. I've got complete control at any time. I can drop down, do exactly what I want to do. I'm delighted with this box. Might be fun to pop back up into sport, begin to hear the engine a little bit as we pull off for this truck, which is now gone. Just never gets old. It absolutely never ever gets old. What else we got? Well, the sat nav is all right, although to be really honest, most of the time I've got my iPhone plugged in. and I'm using Maps or Google Maps. Stereo's good. It's got decent depth to it. This has got the Bang & Olufsen upgraded stereo in it, 12 speaker stereo with a big bass bin in the boot. Although, to be really honest, I don't play the stereo in this car as much as I did in my old diesel Mercedes, because my old diesel Mercedes didn't used to do that. Parking, as I have just done, is interesting. I haven't quite got used to the front splitter yet. The reversing camera does a nice job. It's very simple, but the moment you go into reverse, there it is. Nice decent angle, very clear. Got some little tracks. It's all good. Like that a lot. I think it's been talked about before that the Mach 1 does not have sensors. You have no way of getting feedback in terms of whether you're close to something, which at the back of the car is irrelevant because I've got a camera. But at the front of the car, I could kind of do with knowing a bit more about it. It really does drop off. And it's taken me 2,000 miles to get used to where that front actually sits. I found myself, to begin with, for probably the first 1,000 miles and the times that I was parking it, I was backing right off, and usually I was at least a foot and often 2 feet away from where I thought I was, because I kind of guessed the bonnet was much bigger than it was. I've got much more used to it now. I can get closer to things and know I'm not about to hit them. Just to summarise, this is a 21 car that was delivered in the UK in March, built last December, and it is the manual Tremec 6-speed, standard seating with the lovely little orange trim, the larger wheels, fighter jet grey or jet fighter grey, depending on who you listen to, and it has the appearance pack with a great little orange accent. It's quite happy doing things like this. And everywhere you turn in the UK, there are yet more roadworks. Goodness me, our economy is propped up by the roadwork industry. We're not a service industry based country anymore. We are surviving and employing the good people of this country on our roads, digging them up and relaying them again for who knows what reason. Honestly, corners really well. I know these things have had mixed reviews with cornering, but I find this really likes to move, and its ability to corner is just excellent. But then suddenly it's this different character where, you know, for a moment there we came off, we've just gone through an interchange, we've come off the road. Gotta watch my speed a little, can't. I mean, this is the crazy thing about this car, is you barely come out of third and you're sort of already done. You've got to be fairly careful unless you have the joys of a track. But driving it that way is just tremendous fun. It's a fantastic thing to drive. One of the things that I've loved about the first 3,000 miles is driving this car in this way. And now the sun is going to get in my way. Ow. Thanks for watching Driven Film. If it was worthwhile, hit the like button and subscribe.